I moved to San Antonio when I was 30 years old, when House on Mongo Street was just released. And, you know, the part of the Riverwalk that's my favorite, or was my favorite, is undergoing development as we speak. There's bulldozers out there now, and there's all kinds of runners, and it's become a little more civilized than it used to be. It used to be wild with all these flowers and weeds growing taller than me, and with wild animals. But now I've seen a lot of changes happening in the last few years. So I liked it the way it was, and it was wild. When I moved in 1984, I needed to be near the West Side because I didn't have a car. And I found something I could afford, a little garage apartment on Mission Street. So I crossed that river twice a day to go to work, you know, on my bike. So I always would pause, and sometimes I would go down to the river, and it was such a hard year. My first year in Texas was difficult. And I felt so depressed and enraged and sad and all these mixed emotions. And so I would go down to the river and just park my bike there and just look at the water. Like, you know, I didn't realize it because I was too young. I was 30. That the river was healing me and welcoming me. And I expected people to welcome me. But now that I look back, it was nature. Pay attention and give thanks that today, this moment, has been so wonderful. And, you know, before the river got developed, we could walk with our dogs because there was no path. There were wild animals and big high brush. You know, they walked into the river. Well, some of them didn't want to go in there, but some of them loved the water. And we had a lot of beautiful experiences just walking back there.
You can get in. Really nice.
Yeah, if you go there, like walk behind my house, there's all these condos now. And, you know, I liked it, you know, better before. But on the other hand, I'm sure the Yanaguana people said the same thing. You know, we liked it before the Spaniards arrived. That Texas cypress tree, the reason why I put it as in that essay and in the book, Have You Seen Marie, was because one day I was walking my dog. I would always go past it when I walked my dogs and sometimes sit there. And that's where we would inch into the water and all get in the water, or sometimes they would get in the water and I'd wait on the roots of that tree. One day I got there and the local fire department was practicing putting out a fire by blasting that tree with the foam that they use, that chemical. And I was so horrified. It seemed disrespectful and dangerous. And they were just like, como si nada, like nothing, you know, just spraying away, practicing. I thought, why don't they work on a real fire and leave? This tree didn't do anything to you and you're harming it. So at that point, I got very upset. And I thought, well, I better write about it because it's a way to save this tree. Have You Seen Marie is one of my favorite books because I didn't realize it was going to be like my love letter to San Antonio when I was writing it. They were wonderful things that when I think about, you know, my time in Texas, it was the river, that tree. Oh, the tree's still there, but all of the kind of wildlife is spooked and gone. And I count myself among them.